Alright, what we're doing is using 320 now. We took it from 80 up to 320. We're using 100, then 120, and then 220, and now I'm using 320. And that was to get the scratch marks out of the belt, where the belt had just scratched it up something fierce. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Still got some of them deep scratches where somebody tried to sharpen it. A little bit too far. You need to bring it out some. Well, we're making that sword holder I was telling you about. Got tired of fighting with that little one. So we're going to take 3 duck magnets and we're going to screw them down to a 2x2. And then we're going to cover it with paper tape to keep from scratching the sword. Now if I do this right, about 3 layers on there should keep it doing what I need it to do. Mash it down, fill it in, make a touch real good. I don't want nothing to scratch this sword. There's a lot of hand sanding went into it. Working the edges, trying to make it right. We'll pick that sword up in just a second and give it a try. Oh, better tighten that down more. Wood seems to be good and solid. Screwed down good. Using carpenter's vise to hold it. Bringing it up just a little bit so the magnets are above it. That way I can work the edges. There's 1 inch on each end of this thing so that that hand guard can fit down in it. And I can work it from either left or right. So here, folks, we're going to make another tool. A hand drift. And what it's going to be for is to put a hole in the handle. And if you watch this next part of it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, here we are with the drift. And I'm not going to waste no supplies on this, cleaning it up anymore than what it is. It's the way the old boys would have done it. Got my maker's mark on it. Got my drift pin mark on it. And I got my hole to hang it on. Now, I'll probably stick it in a piece of chain to be honest about it. But she's just undersized so it fits. And we're going to see where we go from there with that. But, well, folks, here we are with the drift clamped to the anvil, wrapping a rag around it. And I'm going to pour water on that rag to keep the heat from drifting all the way down. Now, it's not going to hurt anything, so don't panic about the anvil getting hot. I don't have no Napa gas, but I got this little bottle here and I'm going to use it. Now the idea is to get this thing hot so that I can take that piece of wood, which is a test piece, and push it down on that drift. Now we make steel drifts for axes and tomahawks and things like that. So why can't we have one for wood? And as you see, I press it down on it there. And it got stuck. It got stuck because it was made just under the size that I wanted it. This is a medium. Or what I'm calling a medium, for lack of a better word or educated way of explaining it. But all it is a piece of steel. And it is heated up to a point where it burns the wood. Now what I done was took the metal and I cut it down just undersize of what I want, because when it burns through it will make it a little oversized, and that's going to make it tight. As you see, it goes in now and I'm pushing it down and it's actually working pretty good. It kind of surprises me. But when I actually go to use it in the future, I will take that tip there that you see me heating up now, and I will place it in the forge and heat it up red hot or extremely hot. And then I'll take it over to the handle and I will punch it through. Just push it all the way through. Shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 burns to do it. Now with this tank, I got to continuously do it to get it hot. But let's sit back and take a little look at this, at how it works, because I should be able to punch through here. There it is right there. That tank's running out of gas, folks. Wasn't much in it in the start. But it's a whole lot cheaper than firing up old Blue Tip. I don't have them big old tanks. I got them little short ones, about $200 a piece, and last about 20 minutes. Yeah, they saw me coming. And everybody else who wants a little tip. But there we go. Now they call them little tips. I don't know why, but they're small tanks. They work pretty good for just regular stuff around your shop, but as far as an industrial setting, nah, you need the big tall tanks. But I got the forge and I got all that, so I'll be using it like that. And we're trying to reclaim the shop, and it is a cotton picking mess right now, but I need to get this sword finished. Yep, there it goes. We're going to be winding this up pretty soon. You'll hang around a minute and let's see. Well, we're working on the sword, and we got a few things we got to make here. Now, if I go slow enough, I should be able to do this the way I want. Gently pull it back because it's not going in no deep enough. So we're working on this part. Alright, we got it pinned up, handle shaped, brass, and the end clamp on it. We've used an epoxy and 2 straight pins at each end to hold the brass on. Now, sometime down the line I'll show y'all how that handle works, but right now it's almost done. But we're going to have another film. Looks like it's going to be a number 3 to this. So, see you next time, and y'all be safe out there now. You hear?